Hey yo, what's going on everybody? It's Tylarius aka Ty Killington. Yeah man, alright, so it is Thursday. It is time for a new double money bonus event week, and with that double money bonus event week we have some new drip feed content in regard to the new vehicle for this week. This is the Ocelot Jugular. Alright, now I know this is a bummer. I know you guys hate seeing this, but I had to put another warning, watch before you buy title on this, because there are some things with this vehicle that are broken. I know you guys hate that. I know it seems clickbaity, but I was trying to warn you guys. I'm not saying don't buy it, just pay attention to what I got here in the video, because there are a few things that are kind of weird with this vehicle. All right, let's get into it though. The vehicle is $1,225,000, can be found on Legendary Motorsports. Let's look at the description. You might be wondering, does the world really need another high caliber sports saloon? But remember, there are some things the human race can never get enough of, like sex or violence, and this isn't just any sex or violence. The jugular is really kinky sex and really gratuitous violence. Has that answered your question? Oh my god. Anyways though, but yeah, 1.225 million. Let's talk about the customization real quick before we get into any of the other stuff and the performance and some of the bugs there. So yeah, it is the Ocelot Jugular. It is in the sports class category, all right? So it is a sports vehicle. So with the customization, as you see right there, the armor does have a discount for this week, so you can pick up the armor for a little bit cheaper. I always recommend just knocking that out. Brakes at 33,000. Bumpers, not a whole bunch of customization with the car, some decent amount. It's in the middle of the road, I'd say. A couple of cool options right there. The rear bumper, you have a couple of those as well. Add some canyards and things like that. Going on to the engine, maxed out engine level 4, 31,000 and some change. For the exhaust, a couple of different exhaust options. The dual twin, I think, looked the best. They add the blue little titanium tips on the actual exhaust pipes. I do like that. Looks pretty clean. There's a good view of it right there. So moving on, we got the fenders. A couple options for your fenders as well. You have secondary paint arches, and then you have just full-on carbon, which is cool. This car has a lot of carbon features to it, so you can fully max this bad boy out with carbon options. The grills you have painted, split, and then the bespoke grill. I honestly think the stock looks the best, really. This is my opinion, though. Hoods, couple of cool hood options. I do like those. There's a really cool, the painted drift intake looks really cool. I do like that. And then just the regular drift intake as well. It kind of adds those vents to it. Again, the stock hood looks really cool. Lights, you know what that is. Let's go for the livery. 11 different liveries on here. You have your sports stripes, the Ocelot stripe. Looks nice there. You have the Terra Oil two-tone. Looks good. The Redwood cigarettes. This is definitely, they're kind of billing this as a rally vehicle. And as you probably have already noticed, it does look a lot like the Kuruma. It looks very similar to the Kuruma. You got the Jakis, the Fukuru, the shiny Wasabi Kitty. I think this is the first vehicle to have the Wasabi Kitty livery. It's pretty cool. I do like that. Essence of Life, which is a sprunk one. The Essence of Life. Atomic Tires, Pro Laps. That looks really cool too. A lot of the two-tone kind of liveries there, where it fades off into the back, because I like that. So you got some for the respray options. You have your primary paint, which is going to be the main body. And as you guys know, whatever you adjust with cosmetic features, that's going to be secondary. That'll be the secondary paint scheme. So the roof will be stock secondary, and you can always add a carbon, which we'll see that here in a minute too. You have interior paint as well, which is pretty nice. I like that. You can check that out. Switch that up to match whatever you want with your secondary or your primary. Always enjoy that when you have options to go all the way around the vehicle. That's what the crew emblem looks like right there. For the roof, like I was saying, you can switch it out to a carbon roof. It looks pretty cool. Of course, it will take away from some of the paint schemes of the liveries possibly, so just keep that in mind. I had the Wasabi Kitty, and I tried to switch it. It didn't really do anything, so maybe it does it. But your skirts, you've got the secondary carbon, the carbon lip, and the secondary, so it looks pretty cool. Check those out. Spoilers, 11 different spoiler options. I do like, of course, the more customization, the better. And they're not too crazy. Even the drift wing isn't like super crazy, which I do appreciate that. Some of the spoilers get a little, they do a little too much, right? Oh, hold on, phone. God dang it. Every time I do a video, hold on. Okay, I'm back. So, at the drift wing right here. And again, it's not too crazy. It does look all right. So, check out the suspension. The suspension definitely makes a big difference. It also camber out the tires. I always like that. It's a nice little touch right there. Definitely. Move on to the transmission, 47.5 for that. The turbo, 47.5 as well. I have a little bit of a discount for good behavior and things like that. That's why my numbers may be a little bit different from yours. Window tint, you can choose to keep it clean or just black it out with the limo. Totally up to you. But it does take away from the interior look if you do have some interior paint on there. But this is one of the problems that this vehicle has. It is bugged out. It suffers from a lot of the cars that have the higher gear. I guess you could say that some of the cars have like 8 gears, right? A lot of the new cars in real life have like 8-speed transmissions. This is one of those cars that has that. And for example, when you roll out of Los Santos Customs, you get stuck into like a low gear and you can't get out of it. And that happens a lot. As you see right here, I have it floored. The car's barely even moving, and it takes a while to get out of that gear into the next gear. And that really messes it. So it's just kind of bugged out. It's kind of glitched out. And it may not be a big deal to a lot of people, but for others that want to enjoy the car, want to race with it, that is a big issue. It's not going to work. It's not it, Chief. So to fix that, you have to stop the vehicle, go in reverse. You see right there, I just floored it, and it was able to basically get all of the power out of the vehicle. So that is a big issue right there. It is all-wheel drive. Again, they kind of go on the rally car theme with this. The performance is not all that either. It's okay. Top speed straight line test, it pulls in a 121.657. Not bad. It's going to be in the middle towards the top part of the middle. But you put it up against cars like the Pariah, which is still one of the fastest cars in a straight line in the game, especially in the sports class, a 115.017. I mean, it's just not going to compare to that. Taking it around a track, this vehicle suffers from tremendous understeer. A lot of the all-wheel drive vehicles suffer from that, but this car feels like it just has more understeer, with the mechanics of it. It just kind of makes it a pain to drive. It's all right. It's not the worst, but 8 minutes and 4 seconds around the track, it's just not competitive at all. Put it up against the Italia GTO. I mean, you're not even close. Not even going to be close. The Italia GTO is one of the top cars in the sports class category for racing. You won't touch it. So, is it worth it to buy? I can't recommend that you need this car. I can't recommend that you have to have it. It's a good collector's vehicle. It does sound great. It's got some cool, liveries to it. But it does have a bug. It is broken with the gear transfer and the gear ratio. So it's up to you. I mean, again, I can't recommend it. I can't say you need to have this vehicle because you don't. And you could easily save over $1 million and wait for it to go on sale. So thank you so much for coming out. Subscribe to the channel for the Ills and Rules content in the game. Smash that like button. Stay dangerous. Peace out. Yeah.